Alright, so for example, today is the 3rd. I'm going to start doing that so we can monitor the dates. As you can see, the NASDAQ keeps exchanging places with the Dow Jones. First, the Dow Jones was higher than the NASDAQ, then the NASDAQ was higher than the Dow Jones. What that means is that that's technology being put into a bank 401k. So that's how I look at it. I mean, technology exchange with health. That's like saying secure my future, something like that. So if you want to see if that's relevant or true, let me just read some right quick, see what they're talking about. I just started the video. I don't know what this news may be about, but it says it's talking about, second paragraph look like it's talking about the healthcare sector. It's actually negative, so of course people probably want to secure more money. The medication probably ain't working for them as good. As you can see, the company's name highlighted. Alright, so I'm gonna roll with that, and then I'm gonna go back and look at this. Watch. Look, 401k is the Russell Index. As you can see, that's the highest one. And the reason I started this video is because when I had that thought about how it can be in comparison, I was telling myself, I'm pretty sure that's probably something that's showing me a signal that that money is being put somewhere. So I was like, where could it be? So I was like, it's not the Dow Jones, because that's a financial institution, not owned by an independent person. That's not, well, not even independent, but a person an individual, I should say. Then S&P, that's like a wealthy person. That is the individual that possibly owns things. Then the NASDAQ, that's like the government entity that secures that person. So that's like a multitude of people. And the Russell Index is like where everybody stores their money to secure it from the vast amount of people. So like, let's say a whole bunch of people want jobs. They're like, man, look, we do have enough money to get some people jobs, but these stock markets all been going up for a long time. They doubled in 2-3 years. Let's just go ahead and put some of that money in a secure asset. So as you can see, so look at that. That's the Russell. So check this out. Let's see what I can figure out now. I'm gonna go here. And as you see, they talking about going to the moon. Not really going there, but putting stuff on the moon. Like, that's the most hot topic right now. I've been seeing people, little ads pop up, stuff like that. So that's a way of them not wasting their money on that. They feel like it's a waste. So then you look at the financial institutions. The financials are up, so that's showing a strong support of it. The energy sector is even higher, so that means they can work harder than what they want us to. So they just put pressure on the hardest working individuals. And then the vehicles just transport themselves around. Like I said the other time, it was what? Reality versus something else. I can't recall exactly the way I stated it. But when there's transportation versus industrial, consumer discretionary is a form of transportation, and industrial is a form of industrials. So it's a form of time. So consumer discretionary is a form of supervision. So they have already made that point. That's a form of supervision through the vehicles they drive. So then you can see that it's more security in the investment than there is in the supervision. So that's the bottom part right here where I'm reading from the sectors. Alright, so then you go and look at gold. See how that's going down, gold and silver. At least silver's going down faster than gold, because that just means that there's masculine defiance that's controlling where the money goes. Like, even if the man's girl says, hey, put the money here, He's like, nah, I'm gonna do it the way I want to. She was like, see, you losing anyway, you gold. So, but she don't know that that's his money more likely. I mean, it goes way back to even saying is give the money back to Caesar, his face on it. So you look at it and say, okay, what is she making money off of? She getting money off of what she do, the way she transport herself, carry herself around. That's her supervisor. So she's overall good. Now you just have to find out from the sectors, which is the weakest. The weakest sector. Oh, come on, man. See, they try to be funny. They like, hey, you offline. You the weakest sector. They try to say, that's what you made yourself say. See, reality ain't nothing but a whole bunch of time. They're just trying to manage it. So, anyway, the sector that's the weakest. See, they don't even want me to see that jump. That jump be funny, man. Even if it is a bad signal, they could say, oh, well, the other video, you said it's a bad signal. But how come when I start defying, like point out, they say follow the paper trail, and there they start acting funny. Yeah. So, anyway, it's like saying the weakest sector would be telecom. So, basically, that's why I want my phone messing up. Haha. That's funny. So, as far as I understand, these missions are being created to communicate with outside sources. So the weakest sector to invest in now would be communications. On the strong note, if you look at prior 3 months of performance of the markets, as far as I can recall on CNN, it doesn't work on this phone. As you can see, telecom issue again. But on my other phone, my Galaxy S6, you can desktop like I'm doing on this phone, but now on CNBC you could desktop even without the website offering it. You could just do it on your phone. So it'll show you the market's performance for 3 months. Telecom, communications, I should say, is the strongest performing market out of all of them. It's like communications, and then other markets like durables, non-durables, and retail, trade, transportation. All of those are at the lower ends, but those are all the markets they evaluate. But the strongest one out of all of them is telecom. So now they're probably calling a short on telecom, like literally calling it. So Wall Street, you probably hear a lot of news about telecom selling. As you can see, if you look below my ad, that's even funnier. Look, Cricket Wireless. It's like they're like, don't sell us, buy us. So it's like a phone thing. You see what I'm saying? See how far it goes? See how realistic it is? The industrials, remember I said that's time. So those are the people. We're the industry. Like Jay said, I'm an industry nigga, not industry nigga. Something like that. And even if I ain't add the other letter, I don't have to say nothing. So all I'm saying is the industry is the people, and the transportation, something like that. I forgot. No, industry is the people, and it's another one that's a supervisor. I forgot which one it was out of all of these, but somebody supervises the industry. Usually people that get paid more. So you can just be like, what's higher than 500? It ain't. What is the consumer discretionary? So consumer staples too. So really, it's the food being supervised, and we're the industry. So they're just they manufacture. That's what manufacturing is between. Consumer staples is food, and industry is the industry. So we're like the industry, as in the cattle that's not to be eaten, like the forbidden fruit. Not comparing it, but I'm just saying so it can be easy to understand. And then the consumer staples are the foods, which are to be supervised. So the more the vehicle costs to supervise it, that's how come the supervisors say we should get paid more. Because $639 from $556, let's see how much that is. $639 from $536. It's $103. Oh no, from 556. My bad. From 556. That's $83. So that's an $83 difference. So they say we should get paid $83 more than y'all for supervising y'all, cause y'all know y'all spend all your money on food anyway. Look at you. How you bigger than me? And I'm your supervisor. Stuff like that. So they want $80 more than what we get on a daily basis. So that's a form of their retirement. That's the supervision's retirement program. So let's say the average daily pay for a person, if you want to find out what that is, I could try to show you. I would go to the site. It's called the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and they show you how much people get paid. And then what happens is, it's gonna take a while. I can look through all this. I should have it on here because I just keep that kind of information so you can see. But it's around $840 a week. So add $80 to that. Was that 940? I'm sorry, no, 920. So they're expecting 920 a week. That's like saying $1,000 a month. I mean, that's like saying $1,000 a week times 52 weeks. $52,000 or $50,000 every year a supervisor wants in order to say they can eat. See the top Raymond? That's funny. As soon as I say what I'm trying to say, it's right there in front of me. So then, let's see. Where is it? It's on here somewhere. There's a whole bunch of information on here. But I don't care what people know, because there ain't nothing out here to know for real. You see card information. They be like, oh yeah, we're going to see all his stuff. We're going to know all his information. Hold up. What day is it? 21st? Man, I should scroll faster than this. Because the Bureau of Labor Statistics information that's my grandma, is probably way back near the first of the month. Let me see something. There, see it is, told you. Alright. And there it is. The average pay weekly is $880 for June 16th. So if you look, average weekly earnings, Bureau of Labor Statistics, United States Department of Labor, we're the largest consumers, so that means we must be the largest group of laborers too. So, in our own specific way. So, are using a currency, I should say, because our currency is like universal. So you look at it and say, okay, $880. Remember I said they wanted $80 more. I already told you that. And I didn't even actually look at these numbers since that day I had it on here. So if you say, okay, for religious purposes, people state that there should be 10% given to people. 10% given to the church. So the $80 that the supervisors aren't getting right now, because they're still working, you can't ask them, are they giving it? But since they haven't said if they are, if they aren't, like the presidencies usually do, they don't really release information. Even if they are, if they aren't, things are already set in place at this current time, which is void after this current second. So the thing about it is, it's not really relevant. But if you want to make it fair, 10% of $880, that's $88. So that shows that in the form of respect and trying to be able to help, their tithes and offerings are already paid. So there's only $8 missing every single transaction, meaning if they want to get $80, then they're going to have to secure us $8 of what they get paid right now. Every employee should get like an $8 raise. You know what I'm saying? So $8 plus the minimum wage Matter of fact, let's say the average. The average is right there. Average weekly. So if this same structure is built off of that same fact, the current pay at UPS is $10. Current pay at Amazon is around $11, $12. Current pay at McDonald's is probably like $9. Current pay for caregiving is like $8.80. See what I'm saying? Go back to that 8.8 again, 8.9 again, $8.90 something. So if you gave the 8.90 a raise of $8, that'd be $16 per hour. And just started from there. $16 an hour should be the pay. So for those who are caregiving, they still missing out $8 an hour. So if they have any financial issues, that should be cleared based off of this analogy. If anybody wants to make sense of it, they usually don't. Judges and lawyers usually want to say, we're right, we went to school our whole lives, we know all this stuff. Not even their whole lives, but they say that out of quick assumption. They went to school for majority of their lives out of school, whether it's high school or college, same thing. So basically, by the time you think about that, if somebody goes to school for 12 years in high school, through elementary through high school, then do 6 years, that's 18 years. About double that, by the time they're 36, then that's half their life. That's the averages. And by the time you double that again, that's 62. So that means after 62, they're actually judging on a whole different reality. Like they're judging off of how much you gave. So, but that's neither here nor there, because once you give it, or once you say it, it's clear. Nobody should be judged.